In race for a coronavirus vaccine, an Oxford group leaps ahead. In the worldwide race for a vaccine to stop the coronavirus, the laboratory sprinting fastest is at Oxford University. But scientists at the university's Jenner Institute had a head start on a vaccine, having proved in previous trials that similar inoculations, including one last year against an earlier coronavirus, were harmless to humans. As scientists at the Jenner Institute prepare for mass clinical trials, new tests show their vaccine to be effective in monkeys. That has enabled them to leap ahead and schedule tests of their new coronavirus vaccine, involving more than 6,000 people by the end of next month, hoping to show not only that it is safe, but also that it works. The Oxford scientists now say that with an emergency approval from regulators, the first few million doses of their vaccine could be available by September, at least several months ahead of any of the other announced efforts, if it proves to be effective. Scientists at the National Institutes of Health's Rocky Mountain Laboratory, in Montana last month, inoculated 6 rhesus macaque monkeys with single doses of the Oxford vaccine. Which potential vaccine will emerge from the scramble as the most successful is impossible to know until clinical trial data becomes available. But as the first to reach such a relatively large scale, the Oxford trial, even if it fails, will provide lessons about the nature of the coronavirus and about the immune system's responses that can inform governments, donors, drug companies and other scientists hunting for a vaccine. That means the only way to prove that a vaccine works is to inoculate people in a place where the virus is spreading naturally around them. The scientists would have to try again elsewhere, a dilemma that every other vaccine effort will face as well. The Jenner Institute's coronavirus efforts grew out of Professor Hill's so far unsuccessful pursuit of a vaccine against a different scourge, malaria. So after training in tropical medicine and a doctorate in molecular genetics, Professor Hill, 61, helped build Oxford's institute into one of the largest academic centers dedicated to non-profit vaccine research, with its own pilot manufacturing facility capable of producing a batch of up to 1,000 doses. The institute's effort against the coronavirus uses a technology that centers on altering the genetic code of a familiar virus. But in the technology that the institute is using, a different virus is modified first to neutralize its effects and then to make it mimic the one scientists seek to stop, in this case, the virus that causes COVID-19. Over the last 20 years, the institute has conducted more than 70 clinical trials of potential vaccines against the parasite that causes malaria. In 2014, however, a vaccine based on the chimp virus that Professor Hill had tested was manufactured in a large enough scale to provide 1 million doses. That created a template for mass production of the coronavirus vaccine, should it prove effective. Sarah Gilbert, 58, modified the same chimpanzee virus to make a vaccine against an earlier coronavirus, MERS. All other vaccines were soon put into the freezer so that the institute's laboratory could focus full-time on COVID-19. Other scientists involved in the project are working with a half-dozen drug manufacturing companies across Europe and Asia to prepare to churn out billions of doses as quickly as possible if the vaccine is approved. The Jenner Institute's vaccine effort is not the only one showing promise. A Chinese company, CanSino, has also started clinical trials in China using a technology similar to the Oxford Institute's, using a strain of the same respiratory virus that is found in humans, not chimps. But demonstrating the effectiveness of a vaccine in China may be difficult because COVID-19 infections there have plummeted. Armed with safety data from their human trials of similar vaccines, for Ebola, MERS and malaria, though, the scientists at Oxford's institute persuaded British regulators to allow unusually accelerated trials while the epidemic is still hot around them. Unlike any other vaccine project now underway, that trial is designed to prove effectiveness as well as safety. If too few participants are infected in Britain, the institute is planning other trials where the coronavirus may still be spreading, possibly in Africa or India. Thanks for watching. Please do like, share, and subscribe.